The winds came and found me inside. I heard the children crying outside. When I came out, I saw the mother of the deceased child lying unconscious. As we rescued her, we later realized the child was inside.
18th August 2012 is the first time again we are registering disaster, starting with a 12-year-old girl who was drowned. Again, we have an 8-year-old boy who has been affected by electric short circuit with the mother. We lost the boy, and the mother sustained some injuries. We have so many houses that have lost their roofs, structural collapse. We have also seen the graveyard at Kalinding Sanchaba, where the graveyard has almost the two corners of the graveyard has all collapsed.
The scene grew stronger around Chockestown, Kalinding Junction, where hundreds of passers-by stood to gather testimonies on the aftermath of the incident, when some gutters were equally said to have been opened. The impasse continues as 10 family households are said to be displaced by the winds and heavy downpour.
When this thing happens, the thunder was on and the breeze was on. And the distance, as you can see this thing has flown over. And this is a corrugated irons, and it's aluminium. Thank God there was nobody here, other than, with the prayers that we made, things would have been okay. If there is anybody here, it would have been very dangerous.
The rain was very heavy this morning, and it started since last night. I think that's why it is happening. And then the wind, a couple of people with wind also. So it was very heavy. We advise NAWEC that when such a thing is going on, like if there's rain heavily, I think they should try to put everything off until at the end of the rain. It's safer.
With some materials sheltering on trees, authorities have advised inhabitants to stay indoor with their families during the rains and seek support where necessary. Babakar Kamara, GRTS.
Well, you can monitor GRTS radio live on our website, and that's on www.grts.gm. Well, time now to take our first break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned in.
Opportunity or simply a reliable banking partner, Zenith Bank Gambia offers you just that. Zenith Bank, West Africa's biggest bank and financial service consortium, puts people first through excellent services and up-to-date technology. With a wide range of banking products and services, including Western Union, RIA, Money Express and MoneyGram Transfer, Zenith Bank prides itself with excellent and efficient customer service delivery with branches and partners around the world. Ramadan Mubarak from Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, a truly Gambian partner.
Welcome back. You could sense the anger and outrage over the shooting at a mine in South Africa today at a rally near the scene of the incident, where many of the strikers at the platinum mine are now demanding justice along with their wage increase. 34 mine workers died when police opened fire. The country's police commissioner says her officers were forced to defend themselves. CNN's Nkepi Mapusi reports.
Is desperate. Her husband, a worker at Lonman Mine, is missing. My children are asking about their father, she tells me. He hasn't come back home. Nabantu's husband was among the striking South African miners whose confrontation with the police on Thursday left 34 dead and some 80 injured. She says her 9-year-old son is convinced he saw his father being shot dead on TV. We went with her to the local hospital. Like many families, looking for husbands, brothers and fathers. Tension at Lonman Mine began to build a week ago when miners stopped work, demanding more pay. By Thursday, authorities were no longer prepared to accept the occupation of the mine.
We saw a whole group of them, police officers, carrying massive guns, R5s, we understand, and they just moved in immediately. Now,
were they provoked?
We cannot say to you that the police were provoked.
What followed was killing reminiscent of the apartheid era. The mine's owner, Lonman, blames the violence, which had already claimed 10 lives, on labor-union rivalry. Many of the striking miners had armed themselves with knives, clubs, and according to police, some guns. But one of them denies that workers were behind the violence, saying all they want is more money.
In South Africa, we are supposed to be free, but people who are fighting for their rights are being killed. Whether what they did was legal or illegal, they should not have died. All they want is a wage increase.
The National Police Commissioner says police used live ammunition as a last resort.
This is not time for blaming. This is not time for finger pointing. It is a time for us to mourn the sad and dark moment we experience as a country.
Nobantu Skuze's search for her husband takes her to 2 hospitals. Finally, she discovers her husband is listed among the injured. "I'm very happy," she says. A rare moment of relief among the mourning.
As the Syrian government battles to regain control of its rebellious cities, President Bashar al-Assad may be seeing the highest defection yet from his government. The Free Syrian Army says Vice President Farouk al-Shara has quit the government and is trying to leave the country with his family. If true, it could be a major blow to the Assad regime. Syrian state media, though, are contradicting the claims of the defection. CNN senior international correspondent Nick Robertson is shifting through all the information from Abu Dhabi.
Not true. He has not defected. We have a statement on the government website, press website, saying that he has been playing a role since the crisis began and commenting on the UN's announcement yesterday of a new UN representative for Syria, saying that he supported this nomination and there should be unity within the UN Security Council. So the government, they're trying to, not using exactly the words that he's here at his desk and working, but trying to imply that he is, whereas we had the Free Syrian Army are saying, look, he is trying to get out. He hasn't been in his job for a week, but we've lost touch with the commanders who are trying to get him across the border with his family into Jordan. And at the same time, they say they're worried that if some of his family members have been caught, then perhaps he may be forced to surrender. They say, the Free Syrian Army say they're worried about that. So it really isn't clear. You know where we might get clarity? Maybe tomorrow. It's the end of Ramadan. Tomorrow, big prayers in Damascus. Normally the president and vice president there on television. Will the vice president be there or not? You know, we had this situation a couple of weeks ago with the prime minister leaving and going to Jordan, and there were conflicting answers coming from Jordanian authorities. And it turned out that even when some Jordanian officials were saying that he was in the country, he wasn't. This was a sort of a smokescreen because he was still trying to get out. So are we seeing the same thing again? I'm not hearing anything from Jordanian officials. We don't have anything yet. Are they being tight-lipped, having learned perhaps lessons over the Prime Minister's defection? Is this a ruse? Perhaps Farouk al-Shara is trying to get out across another border. However, it does seem likely that he would go south to Jordan. He's from Dara, which is close to the border with Jordan. So it seems most likely he'd have more friends, family, allegiance there to help him get out. But no word yet from the Jordanians, John.
Well, time now to take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the weather report. Stay tuned in.
It's traditional that your national GSM provider, Gamcell, takes many of its valuable customers to Mecca each year. This year again, Gamcell will offer 10 more of its valuable customers a complete Hajj package in a draw to be held live on GRTS television. Yes, your Hajj is possible by simply loading $50 scratch card or Nopal. You can win not only a return ticket to Mecca, but also $1,000 travel allowance, food and accommodation in Medina and Mecca. Remember, the more you load $50 scratch card or Nopal, the more you increase your winning chance. With Gamcell, your Hajj is now easier. Gamcell, Yai Barom.
Welcome back. Time now to take a quick look at the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
The source assures us of a continuous flow, and from there, everything follows. And for those of us who know what the River Gambia stands for, understanding its sustainability in all